dead of night, two voices awaken from the crypt. One coffin.
Two opinions.
Endless
screams.
Welcome to Two Souls, One Crypt. I'm Jeff Darko.
And I'm Beth Graves.
And this week's episode, we're talking Loner.
Yes, Loner.
The new found footage movie that is on Found
Found TV.
Yeah, Found TV. It's a free app, kind of like Tubi. You can subscribe and get no ads, or you can watch it with ads, which we watched it, and I don't remember any ads popping up.
Actually, I don't either, to be honest with you. So this guy we follow on Instagram, Chuck the Movie Guy, Jeff got me into him. He's pretty brilliant. He's very... like him though. He told us about this movie and he's got some good recommendations.
He would love to be a movie guy. That's his niche.
Yes.
He's Chuck the Movie Guy.
Yeah.
And he says he'd love to be a movie guy. So give him a follow on Facebook or Instagram. He's got some good stuff.
He does. He does have some good stuff.
You do say he talks loud.
He does talk a lot, but I like what he says. He's just very, he's very enthusiastic.
Yeah, he's got a heavy voice, I would say.
Yeah.
But
he does.
I like him.
Yeah, and I'm really like, and I'm not a found footage person. I know.
Oh, you're not.
I know Michaela, but I actually really enjoyed this one.
Well, let's get into it, and then we'll get our thoughts and recommendations.
Loner. It's 2025 found footage folk horror film directed by Charlie Robb and Douglas Tawn, following an aspiring vlogger, Robb, held captive by an ancient force in UK cabin. It's like dark humor with psychological tension, basically, and also on Rotten Tomatoes they only had the popcorn rating. It was at 32%. They didn't have the actual Rotten Tomatoes. So I guess Rotten Tomatoes is like, I'm not reading this.
Well, it could be.
I don't know, but anyway, this vlogger, so to speak, he goes and he wins a contest.
He said he wins a contest. He commented or something on a post, so he wins a contest to be able to stay. I want to say it's like an Airbnb kind of thing.
That's what I'm thinking too.
They don't really explain it, but he's like, I'm so glad I commented or something.
And then he said it was like worth $2,000 and he got it for free or something to that aspect.
Yeah, so I think he wants to be like a survivalist type guy. He's kind of like talking about, once you get into it, he shows like, this is how I'd be able to this or do this or whatever.
I think he's really into Bear Grylls and like those like Naked and Afraid type of thing. If you're into that, I'm not, but I do like Bear Grylls, but I was like, I kind of got the feeling like he was like, I want to be one of these kind of guys. And
could be, yeah.
And that's just a feeling that I picked up. I didn't know going in. I was like, I'm going in with an open mind.
Well, he went in totally blind.
Right.
Other than what Chuck the Movie Guy said about it.
Right.
I didn't look anything up on it. I don't know if there is a trailer.
I don't know either.
We didn't look it up. We just watched his little video about it. And
that's
he said this was going to be in his top 10 of this year already.
Wow.
It's pretty bold.
This is
because we're just now in May.
This is my thought going forward. If you really want to see a movie, I'm going to say go in blind. Yes. Just kind of look up something a little bit. Don't watch a bunch of trailers. Just go in blind. You'll be more surprised.
I'm already mad that they showed a trailer for. We just watched Michael, and they showed a trailer for Companion. No, not Companion. I'm sorry, Obsession. I had not seen anything on Obsession, and they showed a trailer, and I was pissed because I wanted to go in completely.
Actually, I already seen it.
I had not seen anything on it other than just people talking about it and recommending it. And I've already seen too much in my eyes.
Well, I went and seen another movie this weekend that's not horror, and I saw the trailer and. Yeah, I was kind of upset myself.
Well, we both got ruined on that one. But yeah, we are going to watch Obsession, and we will talk about it in a future episode, just so you know. But spoiler alert, we will talk about that one. But let's get back to Loner.
So Loner.
Oh, yeah. So he wins the contest by commenting. It's found footage. He films everything himself. The start out, he's driving through. He gets to this, so he finds a path, and he starts walking to the path, and he just keeps going through the woods. And then he finds it. It's almost like a tiny home.
Yes. It's like almost like, it's like a cross between a cabin and a tiny home. It's very small.
And very, very, very remote.
Very remote.
It's like they kind of cleared an opening and dropped a
Yes.
tiny home kind of cabin
He basically had
trailer
to
thing in there.
park his car, and I don't know how long he had to walk.
He said it was like an hour or 2 hours, I think.
I was thinking, yeah, it was a pretty good ways.
I think it was like an hour, hour and a half to 2 hour walk
Mhm.
or hike or whatever to the cabin or Airbnb, tiny home
Yes.
kind of thing. So anyways.
But anyways, and the first thing that we noticed right off the bat was that when he went in and like the door would not lock.
Well, he found a keypad and he opened up the key and there's no key in there. And
Right.
then he just opens up the door and just goes in.
And then we're like, okay, well, that's kind of weird. And then we noticed, later on that.
Later on, you kind of notice, like, does this door not lock?
I know. And I'm like, I don't think I want to stay there.
There's no blinds in the windows. There's got these big, huge, like the wall, two walls on the bedroom side of it's all one room kind of thing.
Yes.
And 2 walls, like the side wall and part of the front of the cabin type thing is windows.
Oh, and something
floor to ceiling window. And there's no blinds.
Something that we kind of left out too. When he's walking to the cabin, he meets someone and he's frustrated that he thinks he's supposed to be the only one out there.
Oh, yeah. He kind of passes somebody. She's heading out and he's heading in. He's like, there's supposed to be nobody out here on this path.
Yes. Which is kind of weird. And you're like, well, okay. And then I thought, well, you know.
Don't really think much about that at that point.
You don't think about that, but later on you will. And we won't spoil that part.
No, we try to keep his stuff spoiler free. But
and then he mentions he kind of had he keeps, he's talks about his girlfriend and how he had these little ghost lights and she bought him that, and then he mentions her a few times, and then he mentions his birthday's coming up.
Said he's like, she would love it out here and all this stuff, and
then we're like,
why didn't he bring her?
Why didn't he bring her?
And I was like, well, maybe something happened. Maybe they broke up. You never.
Yeah, and then later on,
you get into that later in the story.
Yeah, but what's really freaky about this is, first of all, I would not go out in the forest by myself, camping alone in a remote place like that. That's just me. I would not. I mean, it was somebody with you. Yeah, of course. But I'm thinking you're just really brave, but then you're also really stupid.
He's kind of a loner in a way, though.
Kind of, but not really. I mean,
that's kind of the movie. It's called Loner, but he's kind of, I mean, he had the girlfriend at the time.
He wants to be a loner, but he's not so much a loner.
Well, I mean, he don't really talk about any kind of friends or anything.
No, but he's just not very good at surviving on his own.
No, to me, this guy was an idiot all the way through it.
I was thinking that too.
You watch this, and you're like, well, I don't know about you, but I was like, this guy's a fucking idiot.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I mean, I know I am not wilderness friendly, but I am pretty, I have some common sense. I mean, he's we're thinking, what the hell, man?
One particular part, this won't give anything away and ruin the movie. He sets up, so he's doing like this vlogging type thing, and he's like trying to show survival skills, apparently. He's like, I guess he's going to edit it later on.
Yeah.
Because he's filming everything. And he's like, this is how I'd build a shelter if I didn't have the shelter that I'm staying in. And he starts stacking all these logs and tree limbs up, and he don't really even make anything, and he gets down in it and he's like, yeah, this is going to keep you dry in the rain. And there's like, he's just laying underneath tree limbs and logs, and then he gets his fucking foot stuck and he's like, help. And I'm like, how the fuck do you get in there and get your foot stuck? And I'm like, this guy's a fucking idiot.
No, yeah.
And then he has to take his pants and boots off because his foot gets stuck. I'm like, all you got to do is pick the logs up that you laid down.
Yes, he is not. He is not friendly with nature at all.
He's dressed, and then he gets up, and then he puts his pants and boots back on. Like, well,
let's mention the part about. I have to mention the part about the fishing, which is ridiculous. And,
well, he's going to edit that part out, though.
Well, he's going to edit it, but he's out there with a big stick, and he's trying to stab fish, and then he finally does get one, and he's like, "Oh, let me."
I think he brought it with him because he unwrapped it from. He had it covered in plastic or in a bag, and he unwrapped it. And he sticks it on the steak.
How did he get a raw fish, though?
I don't know, because he brought supplies. I don't know if it's part of the supplies. He had it in plastic. It shows him unwrap it.
Okay,
and then he sticks it on his spear, and then he's like, acts like he sticks his spear down in the water, and he acts like he stabs it, and he comes back out, and he's like, oh God, I caught a fish. So I guess he's going to edit that down at some point, and like he speared a fish with a steak that he caught, or sharpened up with a knife.
Then,
but that's not the dumb part. So the dumb part to me was when he got stuck in the homemade shelter, and I'm like, oh, this guy's dumb.
And if you've ever seen Castaway, he makes friends with a log and draws a face on it and starts doing Castaway references.
He calls it Kenny Loggins.
Yes, which is kind of funny.
That is a good name for a log.
I did love that part, but then it got stupider as it went on.
I'd have just called it Log from Ren and Stimpy, but he called it Kenny Loggins, which is a good name.
He's younger than us. He doesn't know Ren and Stimpy, probably.
Probably not, but
probably not.
A lot of the times, and this guy has really no survival skills, and you're going to think he's a dumbass.
No, but then it's really there's some really
it gets creepy.
It gets creepy. It's a little bit of a slow burn. But
it is a very slow burn.
You've got to be patient, and you've really got to stick with it. Like I said, I went in with an open mind, and I was like, I'm going to give it my all, and I did.
Aren't a lot of found footage though with slow burns?
Well, true, and I'm usually yes, and I'm because of you and my friend Michaela. We love her so much. I was like, I am going to go open-minded. I'm going to give it everything. I'm just going to pay really close attention because with these found footage, you have to really watch.
I'm a fan of found footage.
Well, I mean, after Blair Witch really pissed me off back in the day. I mean, I thought it was real, though.
It was so good.
And I was so freaking mad when I found out that it was fake. And then after that, I was like, screw found footage. Screw that shit. And then I
love some found footage. I'm not as big a fan as Michaela and our friend Fred that lives in Las Vegas.
Yes.
I'm not as big a fan as they are, but I do love some found footage movies.
But I'm getting reeled back in. I'm getting reeled back in, and I'm gonna be more open minded about it. I just have to really pay attention and really.
But yes, this one's a slow burn.
Yes.
But most found footage are. But
right. And I have a little bit of ADHD, obviously. And so I have a hard time like really focusing sometimes. And I was like, I'm all in. And I did. And I gave it 100%. And I watched everything going on, and I felt like...
You want to give some more details about the movie without spoiling the movie?
Well, we can. There was something really, like, about halfway through the movie, his things started disappearing, and, like, weird stuff started happening, and then the person we talked about that he met on the trail, he ends up running into her again, and we won't go into detail about it, but that was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, there's really, like... Other than a voicemail from his girlfriend, there's like, what, 2 people in this movie?
Yes.
I think that's him and her.
Pretty much.
And that's it?
Pretty much. And then the way that it ended up ending was a big shocker for me, too.
Yes.
That was, we won't spoil that, of course, because you will be really surprised. Like, you'll think you don't know where it's going, or you'll think you know where it's going, and it's not what you think.
No.
No.
And at one point, like, I know we talked about it when he was watching it, you're like, why don't he just leave?
Exactly.
Why don't he just walk back out the way he came?
Right. I mean, we couldn't.
It kind of explains that in a way a little bit, but your whole time you're thinking like, just fucking leave, dude.
I know. I was like,
just walk back to your car and go home.
I was like, just get your keys and get the heck out of there. But we're not in it's just a movie, and we can't. It wouldn't be exciting if they did that. So anyway, it's predictable. He has got to keep pushing forward and keep on.
How many, did he say how many days he had that place rented or whatever, or how long?
He didn't say, but I felt like it was at least, in my mind, I felt like it was at least a week or 2, maybe longer, but I'm not sure. It felt like a week.
I don't know if it was 3 or 4 days or a week or whatever.
He said when he got there, he said his birthday was in a couple of days, and then he said it was his birthday. So at least 3 or 4 days for sure.
I didn't really pay attention. I mean, I did pay attention, but I didn't really count like daytime, nighttime.
Right.
To see how many days it actually was.
Mm.
But I mean, yeah, it was definitely at least 3 because he said my birthday's in a couple of days, and then he's like, today's my birthday.
Right.
But I feel like it was a couple of days after that, so I think at least 5.
I was thinking at
5
least
to 7.
5. Yeah, I was thinking
maybe
probably at least a week. And then there's just some weird, crazy things that happen in it that are just unexpected.
Yes,
it does. It does. It was definitely better than I expected.
Okay.
Honestly, I mean, I just wasn't. I didn't have high expectations going in.
Wow, because it's found footage.
Maybe.
Maybe
so.
You don't really want to watch found footage, do you?
No, because like I said, I got burned on the Blair Witch.
That was in like 94.
I know. Getting past it.
95, maybe.
Yeah, I'm opening myself up to different horizons. I'm going found footage now.
Well, I mean, we don't have to completely go. I like found footage. So
no,
yeah.
I'm just saying that, like, I'm not going to go off. I'm just saying that, like, I'm going for everything now. Like, I'm going Sci-fi, I'm going. Body horror, I'm going. Found footage, I'm doing everything.
Yeah, we got to
Yes.
watch everything we
Yes.
can.
Yes, we do.
So, any other thoughts on this movie? You want to rate it?
Yes, I'm gonna rate it, and you're probably gonna be surprised. I'm gonna give it a 3.
3. Well, why 3?
Because, like I said, it was better than I expected. Like I said, I don't love found footage, but I went in with a super open mind and it kept my attention the whole time, which is very unusual. And it was better than I expected. I mean, like I said, it was some slow in parts, but I still pushed through and then it got better. And I was like, it's got to get better. And it did.
But you're not going to agree with Chuck and say this is top 10 of this year?
I'm not going to say that, Chuck. I'm sorry. But it was really good. But it was really good.
Yeah. Do you recommend watching it?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Yeah, it's a slow burn, which most found footage are. I am a big fan of found footage, but I'm probably going to agree with you as a 3 on this. I
Wow.
would say, yeah. I mean, it's not the best found footage I've ever watched, but
No.
it's not the worst.
No.
If you like found footage and if you like folk horror, then I say watch it.
Absolutely.
Because it's kind of it's folk horror-ish. It all takes place in the woods, and there's some weird shit going on that you can't really
And the
explain.
woods scare me, and so that got me too. Because like as a kid, I was always running around in the woods, and I always had these crazy imaginary thoughts, and that kind of played into that. So I enjoyed that.
Yeah, and I mean I agree with what some of the stuff Chuck said. I mean, you get invested with this guy.
Yes, you
You
do.
kind of want to know why his girlfriend is not around.
And
He says that she beloved here, and you're like, why didn't you bring her? And then you kind of get invested in that whole situation,
and you kind of feel like you're going through it with him. You're going through the journey with him.
Yeah, this definitely is not in my top 10 of this year. It ain't even probably in my top 10 of these first 5 months.
But I've seen a whole lot worse movies.
I have.
Way worse.
And I've seen a lot better.
That's true too.
So I would say I'm in the middle, probably 3. I say, like I said, watch it if you like found footage.
Mm-hmm.
And if you like folk horror,
Yes.
definitely check it out. It's worth watching.
Yes.
Download Found TV app.
Yes, it's free.
It's free.
If you don't if you do the ads, it's free.
It is all found footage, I think they said. They focus mostly on found footage. So if you're a big found footage fan and you don't have found TV.
Yes.
They are not promoting this, by the way. We just
found it because of Chuck.
Chuck,
and
the movie guy, said it's on
okay.
Found TV, and I was like, okay. And I tried to look elsewhere, and it didn't pop up. So I was like, okay, I guess we got to get Found TV. And I just downloaded it.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, it's free if you watch it with ads. And I was like, okay. And like we mentioned, there was no ads during the movie. It never stopped.
No.
It just streamed on, and I was like, did I sign up for the paid part? I was kind of wondering, and I don't think I did that I know of.
Not that we know of, but we'll find out.
There's no ads. There were no ads while we watched it. But anyways, yeah, definitely download it, watch it. It's free to watch. So why wouldn't you?
Why not?
Especially if you're a found footage fan.
Absolutely.
Anything else you want to add?
I think I'm good.
All right. Until next time, creeps.